just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, Corbin Burnes.
He's got a great cutter, and if you're a hitter today, you might not want to bring your best bat to the plate because he's been known to break a lot of them with that pitch.
And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Swung on, belted. And that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second, and one pitch into the inning, it's a leadoff double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here comes Austin Riley. And that's way high. And that's ball one. The part about Burnes' journey that's so interesting, former fourth-round pick out of St. Mary's, where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. Man at second. But you go back and look at Corbin Burnes in 2019. He threw 49 innings and had an 8.82 ERA. The main adjustment that Corbin Burnes made was that he got rid of his four-seam fastball and really leaned on the cutter. That is his signature pitch. And now today, he is a cutter, sinker guy, and the four-seamer really doesn't make much of an appearance. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Ozuna digs in now. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one ripped back there. It bangs off the wall. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but well, it's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
Yeah, the batter now, Matt Olson. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Gurriel sizes this one up, puts it away for the out. And there's two down. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. Not a whole lot going their way offensively the last few games, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and that can put more pressure on the pitching staff to try to limit the opponent to just 1 or 2 runs a game, knowing that their offense is not scoring right now. And that never really works well because you try to be too fine and you end up giving up a lot of runs. So we'll see if everybody can just relax, bring things together, and perform at a level that they're capable of.
Ozzie Albies in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Pitch is in the dirt, and now it's even 1-1. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. The Braves add 1 on the RBI double. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in the desert and getting to start, Chris Sale.
Well, this guy lives and dies with his slider, and it's a good one. Most guys, they're working off of their fastball, but he's backwards a little bit, works off the slider, and then when the fastball comes, it can add a little velocity in terms of perception when guys are used to seeing that off-speed pitch. When it's right, really tough to hit, even if you guess it's coming because it's breaking two planes, horizontal and vertical.
Bottom of the first. This is Corbin Carroll. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
Here's a fun fact on Corbin, and I don't know if everyone remembers their first jersey, but Carroll certainly does. He used to rock an Ichiro Suzuki growing up.
And that one just missed off the outside edge.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Pitch misses. The count now 2-2. Strike three, frozen with the front door slider.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. And that's in there for strike one. Now he breaks his bat. Tosses to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away. Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
2 out, space is empty. And 1-2. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And they'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Next one is off the plate. Full count, 3-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Offense held in check there. On to the second inning here in the desert. It's the Braves 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Second inning set to go. Now here is Drake Baldwin. Burns back to work.
Boog, anytime we broadcast a game with Burns pitching, we expect to see a lot of strikeouts. His ability to pull hitters, it's a real gift, man, and he generates swings and misses thanks to that filthy slider of his. The best way to hit that slider is just don't miss the fastball.
Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Boog, Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes they'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
Up and in, now 1-2. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
That misses the zone, and it's 3-2. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
And here is Eli White. First pitch misses.
1-0.
One down, base is empty. Inside. And that's ball 2. One out, base is empty. Next offering is fouled back. And that's downstairs and outside. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting 8th, right fielder, Jared Kelnick.
Here's Jared Kelnick. Burns with a move to first. White back in on a dive.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Outside low. And that is ball 1. Cracks his bat and pops him up. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Batting 9th, shortstop, Nick Allen.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Nick Allen. That's a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Ball misses. And it's safe. It's a stolen base. Runner at second. 2 down. On the ground at first, and that one handled. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Braves strand 1, but they lead it 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Josh Naylor.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
On the ground to first. Olsen takes it to the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 5th, left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Here's Gurriel. off the plate. Ball one. And a foul ball. On a line, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
One gone, runner at first. And now the catcher comes up to him. Here goes the runner to third. Slides, but he can't come up with it. Gets off a throw. Tag, got him. Aggressive base running there, trying to take advantage of the defense, but he's out at third.
As a base runner right there, you're making the call yourself. This ball is clearly in front of you, and you've got to know for sure if you're going to be able to make it safely to third. That time he was wrong, as a really nice throw came into third.
And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner puts on the brakes at second, so it's first and second with two out. First and second, two outs. Alec Thomas now.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
That one in the dirt, and the count is 2-2. Now one missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 on, 2 outs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Caught him looking for the K.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
All set for the start of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Harris patrolling center field, hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was a third-round pick back in 2019. And that's off the inside edge. 2-1.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. and misses. It's a strikeout. So here's Riley now. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Riley used to be a pitcher back in the day, Boog. In fact, fans used to give him a hard time in his rookie ball days because he started the season with a long slump. He'd get messages questioning if he should go back to pitching, but turns out he made the right choice.
And the 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball, still 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And ball one. Ground ball right side. Naylor tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
2 down, bases empty. Stepping in, Marcell Ozuna. Doubled his first time. That clips the corner. And that one missing low. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Down in order go the Braves, but they still lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. At the plate, number 13.
Second baseman, number 13.
On the ground, right side. And that's a fair ball.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. He was definitely late on that pitch, but he didn't get beat. He got the bat on plane and just kept his hands tight to shoot it down the first base line for the knock.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Corbin Carroll. 0 for 1 after striking out looking to start the game. And that one fouled off. Now snap throw to first. And he's just back in. Oh, close play.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
Tying run is at first. Here in the last half of the third. In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. And now a man into scoring position.
Now batting, shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
Now up next for Arizona, Geraldo Perdomo. Grounded out his first time. And that one is downstairs. And it's 1-0. 1 out and a runner at second. Swing and a foul out of play.
Two ball. One
In the
strike.
dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. That's a slider for a strike. Ground ball left side and foul ball. And Sale deals. That one almost got him.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with a three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And a pitch. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. The throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. We're tied at 1.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
One down. Pavin Smith will hit next. Fastball for a strike at 95.
No ball. One strike.
Perdomo leads off first with one away. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
The 0-2. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
And now it's Josh Naylor, grounded out his first time. And there's a foul ball. That's off the inside corner, and the count is 1-1. Fouled off. He was late. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Tied up here in the early going. He goes down looking. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 3 innings complete, all tied 1-1. On to the 4th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
That's in there. Now 2 balls and a strike.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
A little bit high. 3-1. Here's the pitch to Olsen. In for a strike. And it's 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive. Takes it in for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Inside, just missed. That one at the knees for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Inside, and it's 2-1. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one the other way, and foul ball. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. He forced a lot of pitches to be thrown and ends up collecting a hit.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at-bat, battling with 2 strikes. Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift on to the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it.
Go ahead run on base. Baldwin getting ready to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Runner on the go. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. Man at first, one away. Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Squirts away a little bit. No movement. Now a ball and 2 strikes. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. The 1-2.
That's the ball.
In the dirt. mark there. 3-2 now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Gurriel handles the chance.
Now batting, left fielder Eli White.
And here is Eli White. 1 for 1 with a single so far. First pitch, and he just misses. On the ground. Fires to first on the run, and he gets him. Nicely done. So 1 hit is all they get to the bottom of inning number 4 now. All tied 1-1. Back here at Chase Field, John Chaffee and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Just missed.
You know, these D-backs just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
That's off the mark. 3 balls, no strikes.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
There's a strike. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run. Here's the catcher to hit, Gabriel Moreno. A single his first time. Fought off foul. And the lefty with the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Two.
Nobody out, runner at first. Next one misses, and now it's 3-2.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center, and there's one down.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now, and he's already singled in this game. And he takes a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
That one inside. Look out. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And it's caught for the out.
That was a good, hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Thomas in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That's down and in.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one in for a strike, 2-2. Two outs. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. Score remains tied 1-1. We go to the top of the 5th. Now in for the Braves, Jared Kellner. Burns back to work. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
You know, these Braves looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Go ahead run on base. Now it's the shortstop, Nick Allen. Grounded out his first time up. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Well struck, deep right field, way back and out of here. So he goes the opposite way with that one. His first homer of the year, and the Braves had the lead now. It's 3-1. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. It's just too good of a hitter at the plate. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves, 1 for 2. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame, and we're at the top of the 5th. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Thomas going back, and that one is off the wall. Not stopping, he's going for 3. The relay throw, the tag out.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. And he probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Here's Austin Riley. There's a line drive to left field. Thomas snags it, and there's 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Here's Matt Olson. 0 for 2 in this one. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Two outs. And another ball.
After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Swing and a foul straight back. Ozuna, the runner at first with 2 gone. Battling here as he fouls it away. Next offering is down low.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Right side, and that's just foul. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, number 13.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong. Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
Well, these Diamondbacks, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. I'm surprised with all the strikeouts we've seen from them. Sometimes you get fooled up there, but it's just happening too often right now.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
So the batting order turns over. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one not close, and that is ball 1. And that one wrapped foul. The D-backs trailing by 2. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. And it goes just foul. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
And now the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Clips the corner. Strike 1. Shortstop takes a ball. Sale delivers. That one misses, and it's 2-1. There's a strike. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Nothing doing for Arizona. Score holds, it's 3-1. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Brandon Fogg.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. First offering, and it just misses.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
There's a swing and a drive. Carroll ranges back onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Baldwin in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Trey Jamison appears to be getting loose. Fireisen also throwing. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Suarez sizing this one up, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 away now.
Now batting, left fielder Eli White.
2 outs, base is empty. Eli White next up for the Braves. And first offering is fouled off. Fogg, 26 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2020. And that misses. 1-1. Just off the inside edge.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That finds the mark on the inside corner. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Braves go down quickly here as the lead remains 3-1. Well, we go bottom 6. Now, Pavin Smith. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Kelnick hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Josh Naylor, the next to hit. And that's in for a strike.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
And a slider misses down and away.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The Diamondbacks down by a pair here in the bottom of the 6th.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
1 down, base is empty. Tap foul at the plate. That's down and in. A slider missed. Lifted in the air, right field. Kellner going back on this one. Out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. There's a strike up high. 0-1.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
2 down, nobody on. Popped up first base side. Olsen under it. Nabs it. And the inning is over. Diamondbacks down quickly, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Back here in the desert, top of inning number 7. And now the right fielder, Jared Kellner. Late swing, foul to the left. Ripped on the ground to second. Toss to Naylor. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, shortstop, Nick Allen.
So digging in, Nick Allen. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
And a curve misses outside, ball 1. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Harris stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
1 ball, no strike.
And that's outside. Oh, nice play. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Excellent stop right there. He wants to take it himself, waves the pitcher off, and continues to run into the dugout.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Daysbel Hernandez. He last pitched 2 days ago. And now it's going to be Gabriel Moreno.
catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that's in the dirt.
No strike.
Fastball is outside. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
And that is in for a strike. And now 3-1.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Inside ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Next to hit for Arizona, Eugenio Suarez. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Jesse Chavez preparing to come on if needed. Montero getting loose as well. With the tying run at the plate, here at the bottom of the 7th. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's the center fielder, Alec Thomas. And the first offering is not close. And another ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That one misses. 3-0. Draws the walk there.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Number 13 now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. That one a little bit high, and the count even 1-1.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
The tying run at the plate, and that's in for a strike. On the ground, right side to first. That's the inning. One left for Arizona, and they still trail it here 3-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to begin the 8th. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. Thought back to work. And that's off the inside edge. 1-0. And it's fouled away. Line drive, come on.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. splits the plate, and it's 0-1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at-bat.
One down, base is empty. Now a screamer into the outfield. Gurriel handles the chance, and there's 2 down.
Now batting first baseman Matt Olson.
2 down, base is empty. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. A changeup missing. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Fastball for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
It's been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, corrals it. And that is that. Braves are set down 1-2-3, and the score stays 3-1.
Now pitching.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Rafael Montero. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
That one fouled off. Breaking ball misses down and away. And a good eye there.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Montero fires. Stays alive. Here's a 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got him swinging. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Fouled off left side. And that one clips the corner.
One ball, 2 strike.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
And it remains 2-2. The other way. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Pavin.
Next is the designated hitter, Pavin Smith. Right down to shoot, and that's strike 1. Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, J.P. Fireeisen.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Just off the inside edge. Next pitch is downstairs. Fastball for a strike. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And out of here. That one felt good. Home run number 5 on the season, and they add to the lead. It's 4-1. So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Baldwin in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And downstairs. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Trey Jamison up and throwing for manager Torey Lavello. Ripped to short. Tosses across to first. Gets the catcher by a step.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
And the batter now, Eli White. Fireeisen measures 6 feet 2 inches, 32 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Center field. Thomas gets under it. That's out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Jared Kelnick.
2 outs, base is empty. Jared Kelnick next up for the Braves. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
And that misses. And a count 2-1. Two outs. Pitch is in there. And it's 2-2. That's a little bit low.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Careful.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Now a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Allen at the plate and takes high there.
Ball inside.
Kelnick leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Fireisen picks over. Kelnick back on a dive. Two-0. There's a strike.
2-1.
Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up. One more for Atlanta on the homer. It's now 4-1. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Josh Naylor. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Oh, he doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
And there's a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Missed with a changeup. Now 2 balls and a strike. To the right side, into the outfield, base hit. And they have their first hit since the third inning. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, players pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
First pitch just misses. Runner at first with no outs here. On the ground, could be 2. Albies over to second, throw to first, but he beat it.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
He's 2 outs away. Now at the plate, Gabriel Moreno. First pitch misses. A little bit low.
He hasn't wanted a challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Clips the outside corner, and it's 2-1 now. Swing and a miss. And they're down to their last out.
Now batting, third
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Eugenio Suarez. A little bit low. Ball 1. Slice down the right side.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Outside. He swings and fouls one off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Iglesias is just 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.